If you're in the market for a gaming laptop or maybe just a work laptop within the price range of about $1,000 to $2,000, you might want to hold off and watch this video all the way through. Why? Because the ONEXPlayer X1 might just be the best deal that you are overlooking. Let me explain why. And by the end of this video, you will come to understand why this portable powerhouse could be the smarter choice over your standard laptop and how it delivers more for your money. When I first got my hands on this ONEXPlayer X1, which was a couple of days ago, my initial plan was simple: to review it as a gaming handheld. Naturally, I wanted to see how it stacks up against the likes of the Asus ROG Ally X in terms of performance, and how better it is than the Lenovo Legion Go when it comes to display size. And honestly, for the price, I had pretty high expectations because just looking at the specs, it already seemed like a device that would blow the competition away in every department. But the more I used it, the more this one question kept lingering in the back of my mind: who is this device really for? Because here's the thing, it's not cheap, okay? In fact, it's marketed as a 3-in-1 device: a gaming handheld, a tablet, and a laptop. And let's be real, if you're in the market for a pure gaming handheld, the price alone might throw you off. The version I got right here comes loaded with an AMD Ryzen 8840U, a massive 4TB SSD, and 64 gigs of RAM. And here is the highest spec, which I managed to snag it on sale for around $1,460. And the good news is they do run regular sales, so if you are patient, you can probably catch a decent deal. But of course, as impressive as those specs are, it still begs the real question: what kind of experience does that investment actually gives you? And perhaps more importantly, is it worth it? And that's when it hits me, maybe I'm approaching this all wrong. Instead of just stacking it up against other handheld gaming devices, what if I started comparing it to a traditional laptop? After all, with a price that's creeping into the laptop territory, it seems fair enough to look at what this ONEXPlayer X1 offers as more than just a gaming handheld. And just to be clear, this video is not sponsored by ONEXPlayer or anyone else for that matter. I bought this with my own money, so everything I'm about to share with you guys is based purely on my experience and of course my opinion. And hey, if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. This is a growing YouTube community where I share honest, unbiased reviews on all the tech and gadgets that we love, from gaming handhelds to laptop, monitor, and so much more. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Plus, I'm also getting super close to reaching my first 1,000 subscribers milestone, and your support will mean the world to me as I continue to bring you guys more awesome, amazing tech review videos. Now, if you really think about it, the ONEXPlayer X1 isn't just trying to beat the likes of the ROG Ally X or the Lenovo Legion Go. I think it's actually aiming to replace your laptop altogether. And when you start viewing it through that lens, the hefty price tag starts to make a bit more sense. You're not just paying for a handheld that runs AAA games at high resolution, you're paying for a 3-in-1 powerhouse that can genuinely handle work, gaming, and media consumption all in one device. So could this replace a laptop? Because honestly, the more I used it, the more I realized that this device might just be the perfect middle ground for someone who needs a little bit of everything. Now, I know what some of you are thinking: this thing is freaking expensive. For that price, why not just get a gaming laptop or a traditional PC and a monitor? And I get it, I've also thought that way too, but here's why the ONEXPlayer X1 is a much better deal, especially when you break down what you're getting. So let's start with the display. This thing has a high resolution, vibrant display that's perfect not just for gaming, but also for work. So whether you're browsing the web or you're typing out documents, the 2560 by 1600 resolution makes everything looks crisp and clean. Text is sharp, the colors pop, and it's honestly a joy to use for productivity. Plus, at 10.95 inches, the screen is big enough for serious tasks, but still compact enough to slip into a bag. Now, if we speak about the weight, you will agree with me that A lot of laptops in this price range are hefty, especially the ones that have good performance. The ONEXPlayer X1 is not exactly fader light, but it's far more portable than most laptops. Another huge win for the ONEXPlayer X1 is the noise level. Most gaming laptops, even the ones in this price range, can get really noisy, especially when you're pushing them to the limit. I'm talking fan noise spinning like jet engines. Sure, they might offer slightly better graphic performance, but at the cost of sounding like a head. The ONEXPlayer X1 is far quieter in comparison. Of course, you can actually game without feeling like you're sitting next to a turbine. And let's not forget the specs. Most laptops in this price range don't even come close to what this is offering. You're not going to find a laptop with 64 gigs of RAM and 4TB of SSD storage for under $2,000. Most comes with just 16 gigs of RAM and 1TB of SSD, and those high-spec laptops easily cross the $2,000 mark. Meanwhile, for the price I paid for the ONEXPlayer X1, I got all of that and more, including the portability and versatility of a gaming handheld. Another real game changer here, I have to say, is the Occulink port. I don't have any eGPU right now to demonstrate this, but this will allow you to connect the ONEXPlayer X1 to an eGPU, which will further boost graphical performance, not only for gaming but also for other graphical intensive tasks like let's say video editing, photo editing, and others, right? The latest ONEXGPU 2 by ONEXPlayer, for example, with the RX 7800M, will essentially turn this device into a desktop-grade gaming rig. So let's do the math. With the ONEXPlayer X1 and the ONEXGPU 2, your total investment will be around roughly $1,700 to $2,400, depending, of course, on what spec that you go for and what sale that they have on. And it might even be cheaper if you get a ONEXGPU 1, which is the first one that has the 7600 XT. But at that price point, you're getting everything. For me, I've got more than enough storage of 4TB on this device, 64 gigs of RAM, the Ryzen 7 8840U iGPU, portability, an incredible handheld gaming experience with the detachable controllers, a solid keyboard with trackpad, and the ability to get the highest FPS from my external GPU, thanks to the Occulink port. And if you speak about a keyboard, honestly, it's just fantastic. It feels premium. And the keyboard also folds up to cover the display, which automatically turns it off in case you forgot to shut it down. So comparing this thing only to other handhelds, it's honestly not doing it justice. Plus, you can hook it up to an external monitor if you want a bigger display experience. The flexibility here is just unreal, I would say. And for those asking about productivity, let me tell you, I've tried using it for video editing and it handles that smoothly, even without an external GPU. But think about it, pair it with an eGPU and you've got a portable editing machine that's as powerful as some full-blown editing rig. So what about battery life? The 65 watt-hour battery on this device is also solid for gaming sessions. I'm not going to compare it with the Asus ROG Ally X with the 80 watt-hour battery, which of course the ONEXPlayer X1 is not that far behind, by the way. Even with the bigger display it needs to power, I was able to get about 1 hour and 20 minutes of eFootball gameplay at 30 watt TDP. And if you drop the TDP for less demanding games, I'm certain you can easily get 2 to 4 hours of gameplay, or even more. Now let's not forget the other features it comes with. A built-in webcam, fingerprint sensor, 2 USB-C 4.0 ports, a USB-C-A port, and even a micro SD card slot. It also comes with a detachable stand, detachable controllers that can snap together to function like a traditional gamepad. So yeah, when I say the ONEXPlayer X1 really delivers in every possible way, I mean it. This is not just a gaming handheld, this is a portable powerhouse that's worth every penny. Now, is this device perfect? Of course not. There are always areas that could have used more improvement, like the port placement or let's say the detachable controllers, which could be a bit more ergonomic. But honestly, I don't think ONEXPlayer's goal was just to give us the best handheld gaming device. I think they were aiming to give us everything we need in a portable form factor That includes gaming, productivity, entertainment, all wrapped into one package. And considering everything this device offers, I actually think the price is fair. As I said, you're not just getting a gaming console, you're getting a versatile multifunctional device that can actually replace a laptop, act as a tablet, and deliver an incredible handheld gaming experience. So for what it's worth, $1,460 or more with the external GPU isn't just paying for specs, it's paying for convenience, portability, and power all in one place. Alright guys, so that's been my take on the ONEXPlayer X1. And I want to say, if you enjoyed this video so far or found it helpful, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more tech content. And hey, if you've got thoughts on this device or handheld gaming in general, hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And also I want to say thank you very much. By the way, my name is Samson, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.